Welcome to another edition of In the Weeds with Ikard and Lehman, presented by Riverwind Casino. Riverwind is Oklahoma City's premier casino experience, and there are so many reasons why Riverwind is consistently voted OKC's number one casino, but it all starts with their amazing variety of gaming thrills and excitement. Riverwind's beautiful award-winning environment plays host to more than 2,800 of the latest electronic games with a huge selection of table games, including blackjack match roulette, and Teddy's favorite, craps. No matter what your game, Riverwind has it in spades and hearts. And to learn more about their gaming promotions and entertainment options, all you got to do is visit riverwind.com. Riverwind Casino, good times, great rewards. Ted, we continue to take a look at the guys that the Sooners have landed in the transfer portal, and let's take a look at Southern Illinois transfer wide receiver Keontez Lewis. Now he's going to be a fifth-year player. Size is good at 6'2", 190, and this dude can run.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Which, when you're looking at the wide receiver position, that's what you want to see. Had a productive year for Southern Illinois, and let's take a look at, and this is something you're going to see in Ben Arbuckles' offense. He gets to a bunch of different reverses, a bunch of different ways, building off of the run concepts that he has. And here's Keontez Lewis just getting a reverse, and he can absolutely roll. Whew.
See ya later. I mean,
Let's
look at
see.
when he turns it upfield and goes north and south, he just splits everyone and is out of there.
That poor safety just doesn't have a chance.
No.
You're our sprint expert. What do you think? What do you think of the form?
Let's see. I like it. He's got a good long stride to him. Let's see whenever he gets going straight here. We got good lift. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh
Really
no.
good lift. Look at the dorsiflexion with the ankle and the foot. Really good stuff. Runs right
Oh, he
out of the screen.
disappears right out of the frame. This is the type of stuff that, okay, he scored. There he is. He scored. He ran by the guy. Guy didn't catch him. But in all seriousness, it's clear he can really run. He was a track guy in high school. I'm a sicko, man. I tried to track down his track times when he was like 17 and 18. I found some 200 times. Guy's fast.
Yeah.
But it is, when you see a play like this, it's encouraging when a guy can outrun everyone else on the field. I know the level of competition that he's going against here. This is a clip against Incarnate Word, but he can clearly roll, and it's important to have awareness as a skill guy. He knows exactly where the content guy is. Look at that. He knows exactly where the camera is, staring right into it, little celebration, letting the camera know. He knows that's going to turn into a cool social media clip. That's great. I want my skill guys to have that awareness.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're able to you are totally allowed to go up to the content creator guy whenever you take a reverse and blaze past everyone on the field.
No doubt about it. So I would say our initial reaction is, when you're just thinking about, does he have the speed? The answer appears to be yes.
But he's got good size. He's not a I mean, often whenever you have a burner, they're the 5'10", 165-pounder. He's got good size to him. What's he listed at 6'2", right?
6'2", 190 is what he was listed at.
That's
And
great size.
he played at Wisconsin before he played at Southern Illinois. He was listed at 6'2" at Wisconsin as well.
Yep.
So at the very least, he's a hair under 6'2".
Yep.
So right here, and this is against BYU. So he's not playing, he's just not playing trash competition here. This is against BYU. This is Keontez Lewis right here. And we saw him display the speed, getting the reverse. Now let's take a look at his ability to run, playing traditional wide receiver, playing on the outside, and runs right by the corner. I like seeing the hands right here, how he fights his hands off, Ted. That's good. That's playing physical at the wide receiver position. He continues to do it right here. Little hand fighting. BYU, that's good technique, man. Tracking the
Yep.
ball, but just a great throw and then a strong hand catch from Keontez Lewis. I like how he's fighting him with that right arm, puts both hands up, to go make a play on the football. But I mean, he wins on the route initially and then goes and makes a nice play on the ball.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that corner is fast too. And a good way to judge that is you got a deep ball that's basically a catch and throw by the quarterback, and the safety has no chance to get there, not even close. He can't get to either one of those guys. That means they're rolling down the sideline.
Yeah. Both of those guys appear to be able to run pretty well. But a really nice, nice route. Just it's a simple go ball. Win with your hands. Don't let them grab you. Keep fighting them. Keep fighting them. Tracking the ball in the air the whole time. Two hands. Nice, strong hands catch. Control it through the ground. There's got to be a celebration here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He does the little, the little nose one, which I'm too old to know. I still, it's something cool. I know that. Oh, yeah.
And
I like a little attitude of my wide receiver. He found the content guy in the first clip, and now a little emphatic first down signal. Ooh, letting him know.
And you got to time it good to where, you're wind up and when you get to full extension happens to be directly in the face of the opponent. It's got to look organic, not like you're just trying to point at the guy. Bam, right there. See that? Whenever you get the good long wind up, it doesn't look like you're just trying to get in the face of another player.
First down.
Full extension on it.
You know what I just noticed? Guy's got great awareness. He was aware of the content guy. Watch this. Watch this. He realized he dropped his towel.
Oh, there we go.
Look at this. Towel on the ground. Towel on the ground. He's all fired up, made a big play. Still has the awareness to realize I've dropped my towel. I need to pick it up.
There we go.
That's important. That's important. I mean, that means more than you think. Just being aware of your surroundings at wide receiver.
Whenever you're the fast guy, you got to have the towel like hanging off of the pants, so the quarterback scanning around knows where you are. Right? He knows when he's throwing the deep ball.
Well, let's take a look at him using the speed and then making a good adjustment on the ball. But first,
you listen to this podcast to get insight from the guys who played the game. Why don't you take that same approach when it comes to buying your beef? When you order from Didier Ranch, you're getting your beef directly from the people who raise it. And a rancher knows what it takes to have premium quality beef. Didier Ranch has done it for over 100 years right here in Oklahoma. From delicious 21-day dry-aged ribeyes to savory steak burgers, there's no better place to get your beef. Get your beef from the guys who've done it and use code Oklahoma15 for 15% off on DidierRanch.com. Didier Ranch, tradition tastes better.
So Teddy goes with the white tights here so that the quarterback can easily see him.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to stand out at the wide receiver position. But let's take a look at him using the speed, right? Just wins with the route. I mean, just runs right by this corner. And the corner's got safety help, so I'm not going to be too critical of the guy. But how about this back shoulder throw? And look at this adjustment from Lewis.
One hand, clean.
I mean,
never
he beats
really
him.
Has a chance to secure it. That's one-handed all the way, pretty much.
That's an impressive adjustment, right? You win with speed. Great throw, too.
Well, when you go back and you freeze it, whenever he whips his head around, that ball is already on him. And he doesn't hardly have any time at all to adjust the body. He just has to reach out the paw and snag it. Quick reaction time. That's a really nice play.
It's a really nice throw and catch, but I think it shows his ability to control his body. Clearly, we see how he can run. That has been evident in these first three plays. But as a wide receiver, you got to be more than just a fast guy. You got to be able to run a bunch of routes. You got to be able to do everything out there on the field. And I think this is a great display of his ability to adjust the ball in the air and to control his body. Like that's a really nice play.
Yeah, both of these catches, I mean, the speed is obviously a big factor in it, but two difficult catches. One where he's got great coverage and has to compete for the football, and the other one where it's thrown to a spot behind him and he just has to go on instinct to reach the paw out and snag it. Really good. And, he also, one hand, it's doesn't have a whole lot of time to secure it. Two hands, put it away and absorb the big shot that he knows is coming from the safety.
Just a great catch. Celebration, subtle first down. Love that. Just, yep, that's first down. All right, let's take it. Let's take a look at one more play from Keontez Lewis. And this is something that we've talked about a lot with Ben Arbuckles' offense, and that is his emphasis on attacking the middle of the field in the passing game. And so we've seen Keontez Lewis, hey, run and go balls, running by guys, using the speed on the reverse, but you got to be able to run all the routes. And you're going to see a deep dig from Keontez Lewis here, which is something that is a big part of what Arbuckle wants to do. You see a deep dig into the middle of the field right here from him. And when I was looking for plays to show of him, I went, okay, he's a burner. I know he can run on the outside, but can he work the middle of the field? Can he make some of those types of catches? What's he look like doing that? Bam. I mean, getting hit right as the ball arrives. Makes a nice catch. I like how Teddy almost runs this dig like it's, you see guys round speed outs. He almost runs like a speed dig here, which I am a fan of. Like, hey, get to your spot. He doesn't drift when he's running that in breaking route. You'll see a lot of guys they'll drift, and instead of keeping it kind of on this line, they'll drift this way into the defender, which sometimes allows the safety to undercut the football and make a play on it and intercept it. But I just think that this is clearly a fast guy running a dig, and it looks really good. So this was one of those plays where I looked at it and went, okay, he's not just a guy that can only work the outside, work stuff outside the numbers. He's got the ability to run routes in the middle of the field and make some of these tough catches through contact.
Yeah, and it's just he what I like is he knows the coverage. They're working this hook player right here. This player's trying to draw him out, and he gets that. And this is just basically a speed and timing route. And that quarterback, a nice throw by the quarterback. I mean,
is Southern Illinois' quarterback just amazing?
I don't know. He's ripping this thing, though. He throws it before, like he's still on the hash whenever he throws that football. And he's basically, it's trusted because he's throwing that football right at that deep safety. And he's trusting that Keontez Lewis is going to get to where he needs to be and go make that play on the football. And I like it. It's a really nicely executed play and another catch where he knows that he's likely going to take a big shot on contact.
If we know anything about Keontez Lewis, looking at these clips, there's going to be a first down signal. Oh, there it was.
From the ground.
From the ground. You got to get it in, even if it's just little and subtle. That's first down, guys. Once again, I feel like we've said this about a lot of these portal additions for the Sooners. He's an encouraging player. I do like, he's a fifth-year player. He was at Wisconsin, I believe his freshman year, he was at UCLA. So he's been in some big programs. He's going to know what's what and how this thing is going to work. And it's another old guy in the room for that wide receiver group.
Look at this. Short sleeves in the cold weather.
Oh boy.
Huh?
How do you know it's cold?
Look at the ref.
Oh, ref's going long sleeves. That's a good point.
It's South Dakota State. It's never
always
not cold there.
It's never not cold. But
right.
I think he's a guy that I would expect him to be in the mix at the wide receiver position. He at the very least feels like a rotational guy. And we all know what's happened with the wide receiver position. Some guys moving on. And I think he's a guy that can help this offense. It never hurts to have really fast guys at wide receiver.
And I still believe that this offensive scheme where you're going to get a lot of short and intermediate route combinations, and they're going to create a lot of space with the defense. That I am hopeful, and I believe that we're going to be shocked with some of the receiver talent that we have, just by what this system's going to do for those guys.
Would also really help if the offensive line is good.
There you go.
John Mateer will be dealing if the offensive line is good. All right. That's all we got for Keontez Lewis. Please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you really like this, you can click those 3 dots down this way and give us a super thanks. Other than that, we'll see you here next time on In the Weeds.